What's up, Live Inspired? I am so excited to go live. I am actually in Wyoming, and I wanted to go live in this amazing group and all my Live Inspired ladies and men and people that are in here. So I wanted to come in because I'm on another trip, but as always, I bring my Live Inspired journal with me, Live Inspired Gratitude Journal, and what I do is I say this a couple times, but I literally created this journal in a spot that I wanted it to be the perfect size that would fit anywhere. Like I wanted people to be able to put it in their purse or put it in their book bag or put it somewhere that it's easily accessible. And so when I was going over how I wanted this journal to be, I said I wanted it to be, I actually did a poll on social media to see whether people like paperback or hardcover. And I was like, you know what? I want it to be paperback because I wanted it to be easy to like put in. I don't care if your journal has like rough marks and, dog ears and if it looks used, it's because you're using it, and I love it. So as much as I try to keep my journal like, perfect, I love seeing when people post theirs, and it does have some like bend marks, or it has things because it means you're putting it in your bag, you're taking it out, you're doing something, you're using your journal each day. And so a big thing, when I travel, I always take my journal no matter where I go on vacation or to visit or somewhere overnight or whatever it may be. I always have my journal with me. So I wanted to tell you, so here I am, I'm sitting outside. I got a little bit of peace and quiet. The kids went for a hike with my husband, like they're out like walking around looking at horses, and I was like, I'm gonna bring out the journal and I'm gonna do a little bit of gratitude. And I have so much to be grateful for. I'm watching this big bee. Let me shut my door. Okay. I wanted to shut my door in case this bee tries to get in here. But I have so much to be grateful for, and I wanted to tell you. So, yesterday we decided to hike. We're like in Wyoming, and so we went to the Grand Tetons, which is like, if you just Google it, it's usually on everybody's screensaver, it pops up everywhere. So it was one of our bucket list places to go. And so really our bucket list places to go have been the ones that like pop up on your screensavers, that pop up, like on your, if you have Verizon or Comcast, usually sometimes it pops up there, or pops up in your, like any of those calendars that you have. They're always like these places. So that's like our goal, like go to and see with our own eyes all of these places. So we go there. All I know is that I want to hike to this place called Inspiration Point because it says inspiration, live inspired, so, and I have the Inspire Her podcast, and my fitness thing is motivated to inspire. And so everything is like the word inspire. And so someone said, oh, you can hike up to Inspiration Point. And I was like, all right, let's go. I couldn't wait. Like it was something symbolic, like to take my kids and my husband up to Inspiration Point. Like I need to get my kids up there. So we go all the way. We're hiking all around. It's like this super long hike, and we get all the way up to Inspiration Point, and most amazing, beautiful views ever. But on the way back, we said we don't want to hike to go back. Like, I don't want to see what I have already seen. I want to see more stuff. So we decided to keep going. Now, if you ever Google Jenny Lake, which is where we were, it's an 8-mile hike just to get around, not including the hike up the Inspiration Point. Oh my gosh. So we decided to do this, right? So we're like all the way around. We're kind of alone. I'm scared of bears at this moment. Like I make sure that I need to be up front because I'm like a control freak. I need to be up front because I need to see if there's any bears so I can assess it. This is really going through my head right now. And so I'm going, and we're hiking. And at this point, my kids have been like probably hiked about 9 miles. Literally 9 miles. And we can see, because we're walking around the lake, you can see where you need to go, and it's on the other side of where we are. So my kids, they're like, they're sensing what's happening here. Like, okay, oh my gosh, like we have so far to go, right? So my son, who's 10, God love him, he's like the sweetest little boy in the world. But he starts getting this like, I can't do this, Mom. He's like full on whining, crying. I was like, I don't even know this kid. I'm looking at my husband like, what in the world? My daughter starts being, Mom, my legs, right? But there's nothing we can do. I can't carry my son. I don't even know how much he weighs. Probably almost my weight at this moment. and then my daughter, it's just like, we can't carry both kids. We have nowhere to go. We have no one to we have no service. I can't call an Uber. I can't do anything at this point. So I'm like, okay, what do we do? And so we're like, we just keep trekking, right? So what do you do in any situation? You just keep going, right? So we're doing this like super long hike. It's like mile 9, who knows? We have no idea. We have no service, whatever. The kids are crying. I mean, they're like sweating every time. I mean, it was like a movie at this point. Like, it was like a movie that you would see, like you're watching a movie and like, family of 4 goes out. I have like pink shorts on, a sparkly phone case. You know what I mean? We have no bear spray. Like, we ran out of water. We had to ask someone who was like, they were like leaving, like, hey, like they can have, I mean, it was like something in a movie that you're like, this is not going anywhere. Great. Oh my gosh, this poor family, right? Like, you're going to see us in the news. And, so what do you do, right? So what do you do at this point? You just keep going. And it's such a metaphor for life, right? What do you do when things, one, we had no other choice. But what do? You just keep going, right? Just, you see the bee? Just put one foot in front of the other and you keep going. So this leads me to the journal, my friends, is my family, we use this journal every single day. And so if you are watching, and maybe you haven't picked it up every single day, or maybe you bought it with such great intention, and then you're like, crap, I meant to use it, and I love people with great intentions, right? It's how I say the thought that counts is totally the thought that counts. But I challenge you to keep picking it up, because every single day, my husband, my kids, and I, and my husband and kids, they have to do this, because it's like, Mom, read the journal, like, please show up. So we do this, so they write their gratitude every single day. And my husband is really great about like pushing the kids, like, remember what you're grateful for, because we do it every day and everything. So while we're doing this hike, my son is saying like choice words like, I can't, and like whining. The negativity coming out of this kid is like, what in the world? And, my husband just like says, like, he's usually quiet during this. Like, he lets me, I'm usually like let's go. Like, I'm usually like we play good cop, bad cop. I'm always the bad cop. And so my husband finally just says, hey, everybody stop it. Like, stop it right now. When we're walking, right, we're sweating, and we see water. Every time that was my point of the story. Every time we see water, we'd have to stop, put over our faces. Seriously, it's like a bad horror movie. And so my husband says, he's like, everybody stop it right now. And I'm like, okay, see, make sure that was so. And I'm like, oh, what's he gonna say? And he was like, can you start thinking everything that you're grateful for right now? Because all you're doing right now is complaining about everything, and you're being negative. He said, I want you to start thinking of everything that you're grateful for. And it like stopped everybody. Like, we're walking, the whole, all the little whiners, my family whiners, like, got super quiet, and they said, and we were kind of like listening to Dad, and he's like, I am, so my husband starts pulling out things that he's grateful for. And he's like, I'm grateful for this beautiful hike. Like, I can't believe we're here, how amazing this is. And he's like, I'm grateful that someone gave us water. And he's like, that somebody gave us, a family gave us water because we were running out. And he's like, I'm grateful to be here with my family right now. And it was like, everybody just shut up and just, holy crap. And you couldn't go on that hike and say anything negative, because Daddy just said everything that we're grateful for. And it made the kids and I all think, there was nothing else that could have stopped us in our tracks besides a bear than Daddy saying everything that we're grateful for. And everybody changed their mindset. And we walked with like, okay, we're walking towards, the end, thank goodness. But, it was like this whole thing of, wait a minute, we were tired, we were sweaty, we were hungry, we were thirsty, we had no idea how many more miles we had to go. We did the longest walk ever. Our legs feel like lead, like walking, but we're grateful. Like, okay, this is hard, but we are grateful. Like, this is a hard hike, but we are also grateful for this hike. And it just reminded me, I thought about everybody in this group, and I thought about this journal, and I thought, holy crap, like, how amazing is this life that we live, that we have the opportunity to, even during hard times, have gratitude. And that will make or break who you are as a person. That will show your character more than anything else. And honestly, those are the only people that I choose to hang out with anytime. The people that can take a bad situation and find gratitude in that situation. That you can find gratitude in every single day. So, the journal. I challenge you, if any day today, to pick up your gratitude journal, to think of something that is hard in your life. Oh man, this is such a good challenge. But I want you to think of something that is hard in your life right now, something that you would not normally be grateful for, and I want you to write it down. And I will tell you, the reason why this journal works is because when you go back, and I can just flip to any day, and I go back to a day, and I say, I can go back and I can go to a day. I challenge you to show up, and I challenge you to grab your journal. Okay, this is your challenge, please. I would love it to see it. I challenge you to grab your journal. Grab your journal. Think of something that is hard. Pick up. I don't care if you've never started the journal. I don't care if you started today. I don't care if you just started yesterday or whatever. I challenge you to pick up your journal. And I challenge you to write out today's date or whatever day you started. Maybe you're listening to this video tomorrow. But I challenge you to go, and I challenge you to write down something that is hard, but you're going to find gratitude with it. And I want you to tag me. If you are on social media, if you're on Instagram, tag at Live Inspired Journal. If you are on Facebook, you can just tag me. I am just so excited to see all of your things. So I'm so excited. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I hope that today you live inspired. See you guys.